PwC's advisory overhaul matters for one reason. It signals that one-size-fits-all consulting is losing ground fast. Large clients increasingly want partners who understand their industry, their systems, and the operational pressure behind every technology decision. The pressure starts with complexity. A hospital, a bank, and a manufacturer may all need cybersecurity, but they do not face the same risks. Buyers are no longer impressed by broad frameworks alone. They want technology support shaped around regulation, workflows, and customer expectations in their sector. That demand also extends beyond strategy. Clients want help running environments, maintaining resilience, and closing talent gaps through managed services. In other words, the market is rewarding firms that can connect advice to execution in ways that feel specific, not generic. So what changed inside PwC? Instead of organizing purely around broad service lines, the firm is leaning harder into industry-focused teams. That means a client in financial services is more likely to work with people who bring both technical skills and a working feel for that sector's risk, compliance, and operating model. The same logic applies across healthcare, manufacturing, energy, and other sectors where technology decisions are tightly tied to industry realities. It is a move away from handing a problem from one specialty team to another. The goal is a more integrated client experience from strategy through delivery. For buyers, the message is simple. PwC wants to show that its advisory business can speak the language of the industry and still execute on the technology underneath it. For clients, the biggest benefit should be fit. Cybersecurity recommendations can be built around the threat patterns and regulatory demands that actually define their industry. Managed IT services can also become more useful when the provider understands which systems are mission critical and where downtime creates the most business pain. Day-to-day support gets stronger too. Teams can prioritize the issues that matter most in a hospital network, a bank branch system, or a factory floor. That can lead to faster decisions, fewer translation gaps, and service models that feel built for the business rather than layered on top of it. Of course, results still depend on execution. But the promise is clearer alignment between business context and technical support. This shift also has a clear North Carolina angle. The state sits at the intersection of technology, life sciences, financial services, and advanced manufacturing. In the research triangle especially, companies need partners who understand both digital transformation and the realities of highly specialized industries. That makes an industry-led advisory model especially relevant for organizations navigating cybersecurity, cloud operations, data governance, and managed support at the same time. There is also a talent story here. A model like this creates demand for people who can pair technical depth with sector knowledge, which fits the region's university and employer base. So for North Carolina, this is not just a branding shift at a major firm. It reflects where enterprise demand and skilled talent are both heading. A change this large also brings real risk. Reorganizing teams sounds clean on paper, but it can create confusion over roles, ownership, and incentives. There's a retraining challenge too. Technical specialists need stronger industry fluency, and industry advisors need a deeper grasp of modern technology delivery. Internal friction is another hurdle. People who are rewarded for functional expertise may resist a model that asks them to work differently across shared client teams. Execution is the hardest part. It is one thing to announce an industry-led structure and another to deliver that promise consistently across regions and accounts. So the reorganization only works if the operating model, talent model, and client experience all change together. The bigger lesson goes well beyond PwC. Professional services firms are being pushed to prove they can deliver industry insight and operational follow-through together. Generic advice is losing value. Clients want partners who can help design the roadmap, secure the systems, and support the environment after the strategy deck is finished. That is why the market keeps moving towards specialized, execution-oriented advisory and IT services models. PwC's overhaul points to a simple reality. Consulting is becoming more specialized, more operational, and more closely tied to industry context. For business leaders, the takeaway is clear. Choose a technology partner who understands your industry and can turn advice into practical results. If you'd like to learn more about industry-specific IT services, cybersecurity, or managed IT support, contact Computabilities